welcome back. Let's see what else David can find out that he's always wanted to know about Mika.
I have a question before we get into the cards, which I was up all night preparing. I think the public would like to know, what is the story with the glasses? Because you must be being paid, because you naturally wouldn't put them on and look silly just for some sort of fashion statement. So what is the story behind the glasses?
It's extremely simple. Extremely simple because I love these glasses so much.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it, simple as that.
That's it.
Okay. Well, that's very interesting.
My turn to ask question.
I wanted to touch on the fact, before you ask that question, is that you actually do have a good sense of humour, but people just don't see it very often.
I know. How would you describe my driving style?
Actually, it's interesting. Your driving style, it's a controlled aggression. And it's interesting, because, you know, if you, as I'm sure you're able to look at Michael's driving style, and he's always, you know, sideways and locking up, and it's quite a messy style, but it achieves his goal at the end of the day. You don't make as many mistakes as Michael. You don't lock up as often. You don't run wide as often. But what you are, in my mind anyway, you're famous for being absolutely on the white line. You're always on the white line. Entering a corner, you're on the edge of the track. Exiting the corner, you're on the edge of the track. But it shows, you know, to me, it shows a great understanding of the width of the car that you're driving. What was the race that impressed you the most, and why?
Definitely last year in Brazil. Interlagos, for me, always has been a challenge. Because a very difficult track. All the corners, turn 1, turn 2, long left-hander, and the fourth one, hard braking. When he won that impressed me enormously. Definitely, because that's the best race what you can win.
I didn't realise Brazil was your favourite circuit. I thought Spa in Belgium was your favourite track.
Yeah, but the easy ones.
Yeah.
Brazil is something where you need to have a talent how to drive it.
Spa 2000, when you overtook Michael, you went round the outside of Zonta in the bar, and you never really explained, I don't think very well, the decision you had to make at that time. Was it a decision? Was it an instinct? The feeling that you had? Because that was an important race. You won that race.
Well, you can understand. It was an instinct, first of all. But I tried that overtaking maneuver about 3 laps already. I tried left, right, every time same place. And I have opportunity, when the Zonta was there, front of us, I said, that's it. That's the opportunity. It was a little bit risky, because I never would know if the Zonta turns suddenly right inside, blocks the road, and grand disaster. But I took the risk, and it worked.
Michael Schumacher.
What?
Michael Schumacher. What do you think when I say Michael Schumacher?
I tell you what, this is an excellent question. For me, it is difficulties to say anything bad about him, because I have an extremely high respect. His courage, first of all, is important. His talent, his knowledge about racing, and his interest and the power what he gives for the safety also, what you done also, David. Safety about Formula 1. But sometimes too fair.
You think he's too fair?
Too fair. Sometimes when I've been racing with him.
Well, so basically you think he's made it easy for you sometimes?
Oh, indeed, yeah. What will you enjoy about next season most of all?
Well, obviously as we speak, it's difficult to know what I'm going to enjoy the most in the future, but I hope that I enjoy...
It's a difficult question.
Yeah, it's difficult, but,
yeah.
You know, if I imagine what I would like from next year, in purely selfish terms and in racing terms, then of course it's to have a quick car and to win Grand Prix and have the chance of battling for the championship. And, you know, that's my dream, that's my goal.
That's coming.
But I think that, you know, we're all given certain opportunities,
yeah.
And I can't complain about the opportunities I've had in Formula 1. So therefore, what I have to do is just focus on trying to maximise them. So
And you will.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking, David. I was thinking about you. You know, you are a young guy. You are nearly 4 years behind me. You know, when I achieved my championship, there was massive a fight all the time to get there. And you are coming behind me all the time. And you will get there, definitely. But it takes time. I need the people. And Simone, who you have at the moment, is a fabulous girl. And she can do it. She can help you. A good one.
That was a great answer, I tell you what. That was again, the most open you've been all day, all the last 5 years. What will you miss about next season, most of all? And also, what will you, do you think, enjoy most about next season?
Well, I have to answer really honestly about this, because I have had a discussion. I had a meeting a couple of days ago with my bank manager, and he said to me, the money doesn't come in anymore, so I think that's what I'm gonna miss.
Fair enough. What do you think you're going to enjoy the most about next season?
Freedom.
Will you miss me?
In terms of racing life, no. Like I said earlier, we had questions earlier, I said you're a challenge for me. And that's why I'm not going to miss you. But in private life, yes. So, are we going to say Papa?
What?
Are we going upstairs?
Yeah.
Who's pouring drinks?
You.
No. Oh, you paid the first one.
Exactly.
I remember.
Yes. See you upstairs. Right, I've just got to finish something here. I feel a little bit frustrated because there's so many things I'd like to know, and if I'm interested to know the answers to those questions, and I'm sure you know, followers of Formula One would like to know, fans of Mika's would like to know, and what he remains is a very private person. You know, it's a bit like trying to find pandas in the wild. You know, you've got to go a long way and work really hard to achieve that, and he remains, as we discussed at the beginning, the Iceman of Formula One doesn't want to discuss a great deal of his emotions. And there's a lot of questions unanswered, but what I think this represents